FAWNA is just a not-for-profit organisation filled with enthusiasts. None of us are experts, none of us know everything about the western ringtail possum or any other species. The western ringtail possum is assumed to be an arboreal possum in that it's supposed to spend most of its time in the tree, but over time we've seen that it likes to spend a fair bit of time on the ground as well. In captivity, it spends a lot of time climbing around, but it goes down onto the ground to pick up sticks to make its dray. It likes to nibble on grass and do various other activities on the ground, which puts it at risk of being eaten by predators. Traditionally, the western ringtail possum developed to have owls and eagles as its main predator. The carpet snake around here, or the children's python, is a big one for raiding the dray and taking babies. Crows and things will take a joey off the back of the mother while it's in a tree. But now, since the introduction of foxes in the 50s, that's become the main cause of predation of the western ringtail possum. So the possum doesn't even need to go on the ground. The foxes are climbing trees to be able to get to the possums, or even up to low drays and causing mass destruction. And we've known from our studies that one fox can take up to 3 animals a night and just cache them and keep them for eating at a later date. But also with the size of feral cats, well, there's no hope for a joey possum if a feral cat gets hold of it. The western ringtail possum is critically endangered, not because we don't see a lot of them around Busselton and maybe Capel and Bunbury, Dunsborough. There's plenty there in the urban area because of fertilising gardens and watered gardens, but actually in the bush they're critically endangered because of fragmentation, because of urbanisation, because of the global warming is causing the nutrition of the trees to change so that they're not as resilient. We're a group of people trying to get together to do the best we can for this species. Without the support of the local mineral sands companies, we really couldn't do it. All the enclosures here have been supplied, and all of them have actually been made by an employee of Dorrell, which is fantastic. And he helped come up with a great solution that was extremely sturdy and flexible and secure. Now, when you think that we've had huge storms this season, and at not one point did I have to worry about these enclosures blowing away, they were as sturdy as, and the possums didn't even know anything had happened. So it was absolutely fantastic. But Dorrell has helped pay for some of the enclosures, and that's very important because we're going to end up with 41 in the end. We have possum cohorts for the UWA study that we're doing that are 20 animals each, and having 40 enclosures will allow us to have 2 cohorts in possum school enrolled in possum school at the same time. So one lot can be released while the others are still growing and being taught to be wild possums before release, which is really important for us to get through this study in the sort of truncated period of time that we have to do it because of COVID-19.